Stuart finds himself in a strange version of Pasadena filled with zombies and danger after a quantum experiment goes wrong. Along with Bert and Denise, he tries to fix the mess before the group is forced into another reality. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe gives the Big Bang Theory universe a completely different spin. Instead of familiar apartment conversations and science jokes, the series takes a deep dive into a strange world of alternate realities, danger, and action. It is an unexpected change, but one that keeps the debut episode interesting. The makers clearly want this show to stand on its own rather than live in the shadow of its parent series. The outcome is a fun start that feels familiar in places while still trying to deliver something new and fresh. The story follows Stuart Bloom, Kevin Sussman, who suddenly finds himself in a ruined version of Pasadena filled with zombies and giant moths after a quantum experiment goes wrong. He teams up with Bert Kibbler, Brian Posehn, and Denise Lapkus to figure out a way out of the mess, but things become even more complicated when they come face to face with an evil version of Barry Kripke, John Ross Bowie. An alternate Raj, Kunal Nair, also enters the picture with a possible solution. The plot keeps moving from one problem to another before ending with the group landing in yet another reality, setting up the next chapter. The biggest surprise about this spin-off is how confidently the show leans into the realm of science fiction. It does not spend time explaining every little detail and simply expects you to go along for the ride. That works most of the time because the pace rarely slows down. At the same time, the story tries to fit in so much that a few moments feel rushed. Some jokes land well because they come naturally from the characters, while others are easy to forget. Even so, the opening episode does enough to make you curious about where this adventure is headed. Fans of the original series will also enjoy spotting familiar names and little references, even though the story heads in a very different direction. Kevin Sussman remains the heart of the story. Stuart still feels like the awkward comic book store owner fans know, but he also carries the story surprisingly well. Lauren Lapkus is likable as Denise, while Brian Posehn brings his usual easygoing charm to Bert. John Ross Bowie has fun playing a darker version of Barry Kripke without losing the quirks that made the character memorable. Kunal Nair's brief appearance as an alternate Raj is short but enjoyable and leaves you wanting to see more. The series does well in setting up the plot and showing viewers what they can expect. It has enough energy to make you come back for another one. It is certainly fresh and different from what the Big Bang Theory fans might expect, and that is probably its biggest strength. The multiverse idea gives the writers plenty of room to take these characters in new directions. If the series slows down just a little and gives its best moments more breathing space, it could turn into an entertaining addition to the Big Bang Theory universe rather than just another spin-off.